Hey guys, Phantom here, and today I'm going to be doing a guide on Sonya, and in my opinion, she is one of the best support heroes in the entire game. Okay, so let's start with abilities. Sonya's passive is Power Chord, and it does damage after you cast 3 spells, and depending on what aura you have up, it will give off a different effect. So say you have your Q up, it will deal double damage, or if you have your W up with your passive after 3 spell casts, it will reduce the enemy's damage output. For her E, if you have it up, it will slow the enemy with your passive, and her ult does nothing with it. So keep that in mind. If you're chasing, it can really help if you spam those E's and use your passive attack on the enemy champion so you slow them and guarantee your teammates a kill. Her Q ability. Her Q ability is Hymn of Valor. It will give allies around you ability power and extra damage, and when you activate it, it'll fire bolts of sound, dealing damage to creeps or enemies. And this ability really prioritizes champions. It has about the same range as your auto attack, so you might want to check with your auto attack first, then use your Q. Next ability is Arya or Perseverance, and for this skill it'll give an aura, and it gives all nearby champions armor and magic resist, and this scales with levels. When you activate it, it sends healing melodies, healing Sonya and champions nearby, and it will really focus champions that are lower. So say you had a Tristana at 700 health or an Ashe at 200 health, the passive ability or the activation will usually go to the lowest champion. Her E ability is Song of Clarity. It will play the song, and the aura will give champions by you bonus movement speed. And this skill is really good for chasing, especially if you use it with your passive. And what your passive does is, after 3 spell casts, like I said earlier, if you use this, it will slow the enemy that you hit with your auto attack. When you activate it, it will give you more movement speed. So it'll give you 6% and up based on your level movement speed. This ability is great for chasing. It ensures your team many kills. Sonya's ultimate Crescendo, what she's most known for. What it does is it plays a chord in front of you, and that chord, it's a skill shot, but it will make all the enemies in front of you dance and causes them to take damage over time. For my masteries, I use the standard caster masteries, which are 9, 0, 21. My runes for Sonya are Armor Pen Reds, Mana Regen Yellows, Cooldown Reduction Blues, and Flat AP Quints. Okay, onto some gameplay. You want to not farm as much as your carry. You want to give your carry the creep score. So what I usually like to do with Sonya is I like to harass the enemy team while not taking too many creeps from my carry. So here's an example of how to use your passive. I like to use it with my Q to harass, and as you see there, I switched to my W. It was a mistake, but what that W did, instead of dealing damage to her, is it reduced her damage output greatly. And you can use this for team fights, and most likely when you start a team fight, you want to use the damage output passive on the enemy carry. So before a team fight, when you know it's gonna start, you're gonna want to stack up your passive so you have 3 spells up, and once it starts, you want to use your ultimate, and then you want to auto attack with your W while they're stunned, and after that you'll want to start using your Q. So here's some gameplay. As you can see, Mord is pushing up, and this Ashe is just dealing loads of damage to him. And what they don't understand is that you're a support and you can heal up your teammate. So they are really having troubles, and that's what you want to do. You want to heal your teammate and let him get the creep score, and use the occasional CV every 30 seconds so you know you're safe from a gank. Alright guys, so right around here, I'm just supporting my teammate, letting him get the creep score, and this Mordekaiser is about to get really greedy and start chasing me. That's one thing you never want to do with chase. So he's not able to kill me. I pop my flash, pop my heal. This Ashe is going to be able to tear him apart. Then, with my help, Ashe is able to get the Akali after heal, and luckily, right before she pops her W, my auto attack gets her. That was very lucky. It was a very good kill. So, we're really dominating this game. A good support will keep your carry alive and let the carry get all the farm he or she needs. That is all the carry needs to do. And not carry, I meant support. And we have really pushed them far, and even though they have some really powerful champions on their team, we are still able to— oh wow, did you see that Ashe arrow? That arrow was amazing. And a good support will keep you in the lane forever. And what I like to do with Sonya is harass, and we push him out of the lane. We don't even let him get very much creep score. I mean, look at the creep score, 66 on him, 28 and 27. I mean, Ashe alone has double the creep score of both of them. He's got more creep score than both of them combined, which is amazing. And I even have almost as much creep score as them, supporting my teammate, and that's all you need to do. So right here is going to be an example of how much damage Sonya actually has. Sonya is very powerful. You do not underestimate her. Look at how fast I killed that Mord. I just used my ultimate and my Q, and I wiped them out fast. So right here's an example of how you want to use your ultimate when it's most effective and you can group them up. But that was a bad initiate on Ulier's part. But still, that was a good example of how you want to use your ultimate. You want to use it when they're all grouped up, and you can get the most out of it. So that pretty much wraps up my Sonya guide. Thanks for watching, and comment, rate, subscribe.